Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're watching this on YouTube, hello. Today we're playing Nebuchadnezzar, a city-building game inspired by the likes of Pharaoh and Caesar from back in the day, but set in ancient Mesopotamia. So ancient Babylon and Assyria and all that. Which is pretty cool. I've seen these big statues here, these lion dudes with wings and human heads. Pretty sure I've seen something extremely similar to those at the British Museum last time I went there. And they are indeed about that big. Like, that's the normal-sized dude standing next to them right there. These things are massive and seriously awesome. The best stuff in the British Museum, if you ask me, is this stuff here. Is the Assyrian stuff. Arakov, thank you very much for that gift sub to the Dr. Fat. And Thomas as well for the 2 months. The sub things are popping off like mad at the moment. Right. It's a great part of the museum. It is. It's probably my favourite bit. So, I want to go back and visit it again, actually, once current events have concluded, finally. Right. Let's do the campaign. This campaign will lead you through the whole history of ancient Mesopotamia and all that civilization's milestones, from initial settlement to the fall of Babylon. Experience the story of one of the first civilizations, a civilization of imposing cities and grand monuments. Okay, so I already did the opening mission. Oh god, back. I already did the opening mission just to test the game worked and stuff, and to get my head around the UI and things. So we're going to go back and just do it again for the sake of thoroughness. So, pre-pottery Neolithic A. 10,000 to 8,700 BC. Pre-pottery Neolithic A was the first significant Neolithic culture in the Near East. So it's so old, we don't have a proper name for them. Objectives are to get 300 population, stored goods of 20 wheat and 20 bread, and 12 shacks. Pre-pottery Neolithic A was a Near East culture that inhabited the so-called Fertile Crescent between 10,000 and 8,700 BC. There are archaeological artifacts from this culture in the Levantine and Mesopotamia. It was preceded by the Natufian culture. Typical housing for this culture consisted of circular houses sunk into the ground with stone foundations. Walls were made of unbaked bricks, and the floors of terrazzo. The fireplace and cooking area were usually outside. This is the first time in history that we see the development of organized agriculture. Local cereals such as barley and oat were common crops. They're wild forms at first, but they were gradually replaced by cultivated variants. There were no irrigation systems yet, and so crops were only grown in areas with sufficient moisture. The development of agriculture was also made possible thanks to the first granaries, which allowed for longer storage thanks to better ventilation and protection from rodents. Granaries were placed outside at first, but were later gradually moved to special rooms in houses. Murebet, which is the name of the town we'll be building, I guess, up here, was an ancient settlement on the west bank of the Euphrates in today's northern Syria. The city was inhabited between roughly 10,200 and 8,000 BC. The first settlement was during the Natufian culture. The archaeological site was flooded by Lake Assad in 1974. Its diameter was about 75 meters. There we go. Learning things, folks. It's a learning game. Which is no bad thing. So I'll play it on normal difficulty. It gives us no bonuses or penalties as far as I can tell. The Natufians were perhaps the world's first farmers, apparently. You said the L word. Learning! Alright. Your group of nomads has finally found what they were seeking for so long, an area with sufficient fertile soil and a good climate. An ideal place for permanent settlement, and you, as the leader of the group, will have the most important role. You'll organize the construction of your new home. Let us begin. Hello and welcome to Nebuchadnezzar. I am Gilgamesh, and I will be your guide for your first few missions, during which I'll walk you through the basics of the game, as well as cover a few advanced techniques. Ready? Then let's start. and you can just hit end if you want to get rid of the tutorial, but let's continue. First thing I'll show you is how to move windows. Simply grab it and move it. Close it, right-click. Right. Moving around with the camera, with the arrow keys, etc. Move the cursor to the edge of the screen. Middle mouse button. Zoom out. Or zoom in, which is a nice feature. Right, and then you've got time compression up there. If you hold down E, it temporarily speeds it up ×4. And you can use the number keys to change the time on there as well. And you can use the button. This is really basic tutorial stuff, so I'm breezing through this. Space to pause. Okay. Left side of the screen, you'll notice a few green question marks. These represent new sections in our game's wiki, where each such section contains an in-depth explanation of one of the gameplay mechanics in Nebuchadnezzar. So, if you ever forget how something works or simply want to find out more, it's the place to look. Now, start by building a few houses. Houses provide accommodation for the people who work and live in your city. To build something, first open the respective category down here, which would be this one, houses, and then select the required building. And then choose where you want to put it. So, here like that. And then you have the little people come along, just like in Pharaoh. First settlers. The first settlers have just arrived in your city. Take good care of them, you'll need them. As you can see, few new people are arriving in your city. Some buildings, such as houses, can also be built by dragging the mouse over the area in which you want to place them. So, like that. And now he's going to tell us that we need to build a road, because some of these aren't connected to a road. So we go to infrastructure, dirt road. Around like that. Excellent. Let's have a look at the mission objectives. Indeed, over here. Shows us our objectives here. You can see that some of the mission objectives are already complete. The remaining 2 items ask you to stockpile wheat and bread. So let's build a farm and start growing wheat. So what I want to do is go over here and build a crop farm. Now this works a bit differently to the way it did in Pharaoh. What's this? No tents? Right. So get rid of that. So what you do, the way you do this is you build the farm itself, then you've got to build the field. So you go here, and then you hit this button. And then you can click and drag. Oh, no, you hit that button, and then you click this, and then you can click and drag your fields out like that. Then close this. And yeah, exactly 36 fields is apparently the most efficient number of fields for a farm, I believe. You don't really want to make it any bigger or smaller than that if you can help it. Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah, in preparation for this stream, I had to learn how to properly spell Nebuchadnezzar. It helps if you remember that it's Nebuchadnezzar. Essentially, that's how you spell it. Right, so here's a bit of an explanation about that. Let's have a look. Yeah, over here. Current and optimal number of fields per sort of like farmer dude. And now they're doing the harvesting. Because they'll only harvest certain crops certain times of the year, I believe, and it's currently July, so... Yep, each crop can only be cultivated at a specific part of the year. Specifically, wheat can only be sown between January and March. Current month is displayed in the middle of the upper panel. Got there in the end. So before we start producing wheat, we can prepare bread production. Oh yeah. Do like me some bread. Okay, need to tell you about transporting goods. Goods are transported by haulers, which is another type of slot. Just like farmers, these can be hired to work buildings. Haulers operate automatically and transport goods between their building and other work buildings or warehouses. However, the most important thing to keep in mind is that they have a limited range. This means they won't transport goods to buildings too far from their home building. This range can be displayed using the flag button on the hauler card, and in construction mode, it is marked with a blue square around the building. All buildings in range also have a blue overlay. So I think if I go here, and I click that flag, that shows you the operating range of the haulers for this farm. So what we want to do is build the bakery within that, and it's highlighted it here for us. So 2 bakeries, and again, yeah, in construction mode you can see with the blue area what the range is. There we go. Now, we don't need any warehouses to produce bread, since haulers can bring wheat from a farm directly to the bakery. But since we need to store bread and wheat to complete the mission objectives, we will also need to build a warehouse. So we'll build 2 warehouses in the highlighted area to continue. So these are like your storage yards from Pharaoh. We want logistics, warehouse. There we go. To be sure these 2 warehouses will be sufficient for wheat as well as bread, we need to make sure to set up everything just right. Each warehouse can be configured only to accept specific goods. Use the buttons shown below to allow or ban the storage of specific goods in a warehouse. To continue, select one warehouse to only accept wheat, the other to only accept bread. So, you shall accept no bread, but you shall accept only bread. Excellent. However, sometimes a warehouse is still storing goods you don't want there. To remove them, you won't need to do anything complicated and certainly won't need to destroy the whole warehouse. Simply use the button shown below, which will remove all goods of the given type from the warehouse. So if we want to get the bread we've got in here out of here... Actually, there isn't any in there. No, they're already storing the correct things. But if we did want to, we could hit that button, which says just destroy all goods, but presumably it just moves them to somewhere more appropriate, rather than just throwing them in the bin. Got some tasty tiger bread from the shop today. Nice, man. We're baking our own bread in a minute in this here house. Mostly just for fun, but it is so much nicer than a lot of shop brought bread because it isn't pumped full of sugar. It's really nice. Although it isn't a slightly awkward round shape because we have to make it in cake tins because we don't have anything else. Which means that sort of like your early sandwiches you make with the bread are quite small, and then you get to the middle of the loaf and the bread then becomes so big that it doesn't quite fit in the toaster, which is a little bit annoying. So should really get some proper baking tins. Right. Great. Since everything is set up for the successful completion of the mission, I'll take my leave for now. Once you close this last page of the tutorial, you can continue building without further restrictions. Feel free to experiment a bit. Don't forget that you can also increase the game speed. Also keep in mind that you need to first complete all tasks in this mission before you can proceed to the next one, where I'll show you how to get this tasty bread to your citizens. Excellent. So now I can just sort of sit around and chill and observe everything going on. You can zoom in quite far, actually, although that's actually an option you have to enable in the options menu, being able to zoom in that far. Because as you can see, it does get a bit blurry, but it is kind of nice being able to zoom all the way in and have a closer look at the artwork. I love that. I love being able to zoom just in general, actually. It was so irritating that you couldn't do this in Pharaoh. Or just move the thing around with the middle mouse button, for that matter. Or the animals. There aren't any animals right now, are there? Oh, there's some fish. There's some fishies over there, but that's it seems, for now. There's no people either. Yeah, well, I mean, there wouldn't be, actually, even if they were playing Pharaoh right now, really. I mean, aside from the haulers that are popping up occasionally, there wouldn't be anything else, because I don't have a water supply or, anything else like that. All we've got is a few huts and a farm and 2 bakeries and 2 storage yard thingies. So... there you go. You briefly saw the haulers there. And the dudes in the fields. Those are some gigantic loaves of bread. Am I right? And they're filling this up with grain now. Well, wheat. That's the only thing we need now on the objectives at the top there. Gotta feed the whole city with them, yeah. It's like one for each house. Here is your gigantic loaf of bread for the week. Have I tried Anno 1800? No, I haven't actually. Sort of slight shameful confession time. I've never played a single Anno game. Never. For whatever reason, though, they just totally passed me by. I've heard they're really good, to be fair, and I think I even have a box copy of Anno 1400 or something somewhere. But, never actually played them. Where's all the wheat going? Is it being sent to the bakers, and the bakers are just, yeah. Right. I suspect we can speed this up a bit if we just... shut down the bakers. Yeah, there we go. Now it's filling up. Hello, Pete. Brian and the behemoth bread. What else we got over here? Trade and diplomacy. Ooh. Interesting. Can't do anything with this yet, obviously, but... Mission... Production chain. Help. Prestige. Statistics for goods and services. Interesting. Ah, so in the new harvest. Soon. You're going to need 9 more wheat, and then we will have completed the mission. I could speed up time here, but I'm using this opportunity to read the chat a little bit and catch up. Farmvilla's come a long way. How dare you? Oh, here we go. It's happening. So it's kind of weird, really. I think under normal circumstances, you wouldn't just want to randomly stockpile wheat like this, but there we go. Victory. Mission complete. Next mission. Pre-pottery Neolithic B. Pre-pottery... objectives are 900 population and 16 poor houses. Pre-pottery Neolithic B was the culture of the Near East that followed pre-pottery Neolithic A. The people who lived in this period began intensively utilizing livestock, which became the primary livelihood for many. It is dated between approximately 8,700 and 6,500 BC. It's also the first culture in this area to feature rectangular houses. One important part of the houses from this period is the flooring, which was made of white clay plaster from limestone. It's believed that the use of clay plaster in the walls and floors led to the discovery of pottery. The first pre-pottery vessels that started to appear around 7000 BC were made from a mixture of lime and ash layered over baskets. We also see plastered human skulls in this period. These played an important role in funerals and demonstrate the great importance the people of this period assigned to burying their dead. At the same time, they are considered one of the first forms of art in the area and are also among the first historical examples of portraiture. This culture disappeared during the so-called 8.2 kiloyear event, a climatic event, which lasted approximately 200 years between 6200 and 6000 BC, and led to a sudden drop in global temperature. However, the general cultural development of the local inhabitants continued after the period ended. Now, this town, Tel Aswad, was a large ancient settlement located about 50 kilometers from today's Damascus, Syria. The settlement was inhabited between 8700 and 7500 BC. The archaeological site was discovered in 1967 and has a diameter of approximately 250 meters. Tel Aswad offers an important window into pre-pottery Neolithic B, and especially into how the organization of work and society progressed in this period. Normal difficulty again. You would have learned so much more in school if history was taught like this. Yeah, I know, man. Tell me about it. How far does this game go? According to the bit at the start, it goes all the way to the fall of Babylon. After a long search, you finally find a place suitable for your new settlement. In addition to fertile soil, there are also many grazing animals in the vicinity. Someone was asking about animals. There you go. In fact, seeing them, you begin to wonder whether hunting them is really the best one could do. Let's try something different. Greetings and welcome back. In this mission, I'll show you how to distribute the goods and food you make to create a larger and more prosperous city. I've already built a few houses so that we can go right to the more interesting part. Oh, and as usual, you can simply quit the tutorial by pressing the button below. First, we need to find out the current needs of our houses. Open a house window and we'll continue. Okay. Right now, we're just interested in the left part of the window. Here you can find the requirements for each available level. If you secure all the required goods for a house, the house will be promoted to the next level and will then provide housing for more people. So you can build tall rather than wide. But be warned. The house will continuously consume these goods, and if these run out, its level will drop, and you will lose the extra inhabitants and also the labor they provide. Right, so right now looks like we need bread and milk. All goods are distributed using sellers that work in markets. Build one market next to a house in the highlighted area to continue. Where are we going to find a market then? Poor market, here we go. Excellent, now I can tell you more about how slots work. A work building will never do anything on its own. Instead, they each have several slots which can be occupied by a specific profession, like these. This slot then performs the designated work. To assign a worker to a slot, use the plus button and then select the type of slot you want to use. So we want to add a seller, because we've already got a couple of haulers here. A seller of bread, I suppose. Each slot requires a certain number of workers recruited from the city inhabitants to do the related work. So you don't have any more the dude running around looking for people to hire for the job. It's just sort of like a global labor pool, I guess. The number of workers is displayed in the bottom left corner of the slot portrait. Should be this bit here. The current unemployment level and the number of missing workers is available in the upper panel right next to the current month. That would be up here. So 84% unemployment at the moment, which is oddly enough probably in this game quite good. Because it means you have no shortage of workers. goes, says Pyrex. And indeed, wide better than tall, according to Django, because he always wants to see a big blob on the map with his country's name. 129 viewers. Oh, apparently so. 134 actually. I've just checked. I don't look at the viewer count very often during streams because I find it very distracting. Because a lot of streamers like obsess over viewer count too much, I feel, and instead of just getting on with the game and enjoying it, you know. So let's see. The current unemployment level and the number of missing workers is available in the upper panel. Yeah, and you can expand that and it'll actually show you number of missing workers. Hire one bread seller and one milk seller at the market to continue. Okay, so let's hire a milk seller. Lovely. Good, you can now see that a new warning has appeared above the market, but we can ignore it for now. We'll get to that in a moment. For a market to start distributing goods, it needs to have those goods in its internal storage. The next image shows you where the current internal storage is displayed in the work building window. Yeah, down here. Now you'll get the opportunity to show me what you learned in the previous mission. Build one farm with wheat fields, 2 bakeries, and 1 livestock farm with goat pastures to produce milk. Ooh, goat's milk. I've never been a huge fan of goat's milk, I have to admit, but I love goat's cheese. Right. We'll continue as soon as you transport at least 1 bread and 1 milk to the market. So, off you go! Righto. Okay, are there any animals about? Any wild ones, anyway? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's more fish. There's more fish. You love the art style of the portraits? Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Like, it's a very pretty game, just in general, actually. I really like it. Let's see, then. Right. Crop farm. Let's build it here, I guess? Sure. And we need fields. We want 36, remember? So, 34, 35, 36. That is the optimal number. Although, that's on slightly drier soil, so maybe I should build it over here. Can I get rid of it? Once I've put it down there? Oh, maybe if I remove building? There we go. There we go. Lovely. Okie doke. So, we've done that. Now we want... that's a crop farm I just built, wasn't it? We want a livestock farm as well. Let's see. Put it there, I guess. And then we want a goat pasture. And again, same deal, I think. We want 36. Ideally. Although I don't know if we'll actually get it spot on. There you go. Yeah, there's not enough green ground here for that to work, is there? But no worries. It'll be slightly inefficient, but I won't bother anyone except Django, I suspect. Okay, and then what we want is a couple of bakeries. Over we are. We should be good. But I might as well just get rid of this bit, yeah. You grew up on a goat farm, anything made of / from goats is awesome. I tend to agree, actually. I fucking love goat's cheese. Especially French goat's cheese. It's good stuff. Excellent, but how will we know that our production can cover the demand? Open the advisor tab with statistics to continue. Here you'll find an estimate of the current annual production and consumption of each type of good in your city. These estimates assume that each slot has enough workers and there are no transport delays. Okay. Here you can find current annual production and consumption as well as current efficiency. Since even a well-working transport system can experience minor fluctuations, I recommend keeping a small reserve in production. Okay. So, wheat production 0 at the minute, probably because of the time of the year it is right now. Which means that bread production is going down as well. Now it's coming back up again. And milk is totally fine. There's actually no consumption of milk right now. Probably because I haven't made any routes down here yet. So it looks like, I mean, he'll get to this in a minute, I suspect. But why I'm looking at this is I'm looking at this and saying, right, I can actually tell my walkery people here exactly where I want them to go, instead of having them just go around at random, irritatingly. I've also noticed this game doesn't feature water carriers, which is automatically makes it brilliant. So, you just told your friend about this game. He bought it nearly instantly. Haha, brilliant. Now let's go back to the warning we saw above the market, since that's actually related to the distribution of goods. This warning says that the sellers don't have any route to follow. Sellers, unlike haulers, don't work automatically. They follow the route set by the player and supply houses along this route. To configure the route, activate the tool for new checkpoints and then add them by clicking on the map. A seller's checkpoint can only be placed on a road. If you want to remove the last checkpoint, use the minus button. If you want to display the current route, use the flag button. This button can also be used to copy the route of another seller if you have the tool for new checkpoints activated. Okay. To continue, set the routes of both sellers so they cover the whole block of houses. Alright, let's do this then. Right, so we want to add a checkpoint for the bread seller, which will go like that. And then... Actually, no, I probably could have done that better. Never mind. And then like that. And then like that. And then like... Actually, that covers all of them. That's fine. There we go. 1, 2, 3, then loops back around to the start. Beautiful. And then we can copy the route. So now I think... No, oh, I somehow balls that up. Whoops. Right. There we go. Okay, that seems to be set up now. How do I add checkpoint and then click there? Or am I doing that backwards? I think I'm doing it backwards. That's why I'm accidentally deleting it. Yeah, it's handy you can make your own routes, although I'm having some difficulty figuring out the actual mechanics of how this actually works. I am feeling like a bit of a dum-dum right now. Okay, right, that's done. And then add checkpoint, and you copy from this? Yeah, you copy from, you don't copy to. All right, okay, cool. And now... Behold, the houses, they upgrade. Excellent, you should now see your house. Oh, there's people coming as well. New people to fill up the extra slots in the houses. Excellent. People walking around. I can't click on them and get funny voice lines, though. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's definitely... I'm going to dock some points for this game for that. I don't get funny voice lines from the walkers when I click on them. But that's fine. Right. This took you a minute to figure out as well. Yeah, I got there in the end. You just have to think of it as you're copying from instead of copying it to something. Excellent. You should now see your houses gradually receive bread and milk. Each house that receives both resources will increase its level and be able to accommodate new inhabitants. Important note, in most cases you won't be able to satisfy the needs of a whole block of houses during the first round trip of a cellar. In fact, some houses might first lose a level they previously attained before the level of the whole block goes up. That's completely fine. It's certainly not necessary to immediately hire a new cellar. Just check that your production can cover the consumption, and all houses should eventually receive the products they need. Don't forget that you can always speed up time to see the results of your work sooner. Yes. That's all for this mission. You did great. The mission will be complete as soon as the houses level up. In the next mission, we'll have a look at how to grow crops in drier environments using irrigation. Mission complete. Whoa. A huge, absolutely fucking massive flock of starlings just flew right over the house, out the windows. Over there. That was really awesome. Sorry, everyone. I get a little distracted there by that, but that was incredibly cool. Right. Next mission. Nature intrusion. Yes. Lots of verbs, yes. I've been kicked out of my home and through no fault of my own. Yeah, it is missing that element, but we'll forgive it for now. the remaster of Pharaoh better include the voices still. Otherwise they'll be hell to pay. Hordes of starlings are always a spectacle. They are, aren't they? They're so cool. Some of my favourite birds. Hudorov, that's a lot of gift subs, dude. Thank you so much. That's jolly generous of you.
We're watching.
Speaking of hordes, yeah, I know, right? Welcome, everybody, to the sub club. Pugs being an absolute legend, yes.
Scum.
Thanks, man. You are in a generous mood today, apparently, yes. Appreciate it. Right. So.
We're watching you.
This is going to be popping off for a while now. Apologies for those of you on YouTube. Sorry, but not sorry, I'm afraid. Ubaid period. Population 1,350 is our objective, and number of houses at the given level. Standard house. We want 16 standard houses, basically. Description. The Ubaid period was a prehistoric culture in ancient Mesopotamia which lasted between 6,500 and 3,800 BC in southern Mesopotamia. It was also present in northern Mesopotamia between approximately 5,300 and 4,300 BC. The culture was known for its large settlements without walls and rectangular houses of clay bricks with multiple rooms. The first temples, which were the very first public buildings, also began to appear. Irrigation started playing a very important role in agriculture. Irrigation was based on irrigation canals, organized in a grid-like fashion designed to provide moisture to crops as they grew. This was also when people began using the plow. This invention led to an abundance of food, and people could begin specializing. We thus see the rise of the first specialized jobs, such as potters and tailors. However, the majority of the population still worked in agriculture. This led to the first stratification of society and the emergence of the first ruling classes. In this period, these were mainly families connected to the chieftain of the settlement. Power also became hereditary, laying the foundations for the city-states of the future. So Eridu is the city we're in today, over here. And there's some other cities as well. Sipar, Nippur, Larak, Lagash. And, oh, look at that. So that's the modern Persian Gulf. But that is what it looked like in the period, this area here. Historical Gulf of the period. The sea levels are a bit different, I guess. Very interesting. So, Eridu was the southernmost Sumerian city. It was founded in 5400 BC and is considered one of the oldest cities in the world. According to the Sumerian king list, Eridu was the first city in the world. It had a special place in Sumerian mythology as the home of the god Enki. Eridu was abandoned in around 600 BC, probably due to significant rise of the saline water table and desertification caused by intense irrigation. Normal difficulty again. Being called scum 10 times is a joy. I really wish I knew more about this period of history and this particular area of world history as well, because it's... Like I said, I've seen bits of actual physical evidence of it at the British Museum, and I'm really digging this game as well. I feel like I should pick up a book or two on the subject, because I'm kind of digging it. Your people have been growing crops on the fertile soil near the river since time immemorial. However, as your population grows, this form of agriculture is becoming insufficient. It might be time to try a different approach to irrigation. Time to dig. Strike the earth. Hello. In this mission, I will show you how to use irrigation to create fertile soil in areas which are not naturally fertile. As you can see, this map only has a single location where you can build a farm. Where is that location? Over here somewhere, I guess. Yep, this location doesn't have enough natural moisture. Oh, I see, right, it means like over here. Still, let's begin by building a few farms. Build one livestock farm in the highlighted area to continue. Alright. Also build one crop farm in the highlighted area to continue. Build irrigation canals in the highlighted area to continue. Okay, so this is what is this going to be? Infrastructure, I assume. Irrigation canals. Okay. Now, I do remember this being a thing in Pharaoh, but you didn't get to it until much later on because you had the Nile floods instead earlier on. The irrigation canals are ready, but they don't contain any water. We'll need to build an irrigation pump. Okay, I saw that on here. There we go, this. As you can see, water is now flowing in the canals. There isn't enough for the whole system. That's because each pump only has limited power and can only fill in a limited number of canal pieces. Oh yeah, it only goes about to there, doesn't it? And then it's empty. So for longer canals, you need to build more pumps. Build 2 additional pumps in the highlighted area to continue. All right. More pumping. To continue, connect these pumps to the rest of the system. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Irrigation is now set up and working as needed, so we can continue building more agricultural infrastructure. Build 1 warehouse in the highlighted area to continue. Logistics. There we go. You now need to connect the farms and warehouses to the rest of the map. Build a road in the highlighted area to continue. So can we build a road across a canal? Or we could build stone roads as well. I think dirt will probably suffice. We can go across the canals, okay. Great, everything is almost ready. The only thing missing is fields and pastures. Continue, build at least 36 wheat fields and 36 goat pastures. Alright, cool. I can do this. That's 35. 36. We want wheat fields. Yeah, if I get 37, it's slightly more than we need, but that's okay. Excellent. I'll now show you a more advanced technique for setting up warehouses. As you might have already noticed, space is a valuable resource in Nebuchadnezzar, perhaps even the most valuable one. So building a separate warehouse for each type of food is often not the best approach. I'll show you with your own warehouse. This warehouse will be used as a storage point for products from farms, while other buildings will take the products they need from the warehouse. To ensure smooth transport, we need to guarantee that the warehouses will always have enough space for wheat as well as for milk. To do so, we'll deactivate all goods for the warehouse except for wheat and milk. You learned how to do that in the first mission. Right, so we go here, and we deactivate everything except for wheat and milk. So we want to deactivate bread, we want to deactivate clay, and also ceramics. The next step will be to set up maximum capacities. This allows us to ensure that the warehouse won't store more than the allowed amount of goods. Use the buttons below to set the maximum capacity. To continue, set the maximum warehouse capacity for wheat to 28 and milk to 8. Alright, so 28 and then you to 8. Good. You might be wondering why we set precisely this ratio for maximum capacity. The reason is simple. Milk is produced at the same rate throughout the year, while wheat is only harvested during a few months of the year. This means we need more space to handle all the wheat produced in a short time span. In future missions, don't be afraid to experiment with various storage settings. You'll need to. Alright. It's common sense, I suppose, really, once it's pointed out to you. And the last thing I'd like to show you in this mission is the info layer. The info layer is a very important tool that can provide crucial aid when searching for problems in your city. You can activate it by using the goods buttons in the upper panel or by using a keyboard shortcut 1 to 9 by default. Okay, the goods buttons in the upper panel. Like this. Good. It might not be showing too much information right now because your production in your city is not yet very developed, but this function will be useful in the future. A detailed description is available in the Advisor Help panel. There you'll also find several practical usage examples. Okay, so what's this saying? This is green. So number of goods in the building. Goods services are green produced, consumed during production. It's red. Yellow is consumed by inhabitants. Blue is provided by sellers. Interesting. So, I'm going to open this. And that's all for this mission. You did great and can now proceed to building your city. Hurrah! Yes, there's a whole little guide here, which is excellent. It is very pretty. It is. Alright, so we want 1,350 population and we want 16 standard houses. I suppose we better jump to it, right? Okay, so... where's this big windy road? My inner Roman is just absolutely infuriated by this nonsense. What is this? Anyway. Houses. Well, no, let's set up this properly. Let's see. Road. I'm really digging this music, you know. Right, houses. Oh, I've done that. I've done a boo-boo. That's not very efficient, is it? Is there a hotkey for this? V? And then... yeah, okay, whatever. We'll work on this to start with. Sims music, but ancient. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's given. It was. I was just thinking the same thing. First settlers, hooray! We have goats now. Looks like Settlers of the Caesar games. Yeah, it's very much inspired by the old Caesar games and Pharaoh and all those, essentially. It's basically a modern one of them. Milk. Well, it's September, so that's why we don't have any wheat being farmed at the moment. But that will happen soon. Build a road connected to the main road on the other side. I don't know for sure. You mean like around here? I don't know for sure, because like you have to be surprisingly careful with how you build your roads in these kind of games. At least you certainly did in Pharaoh. I don't know how much that's still necessarily true in Nebuchadnezzar, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Like, you could get yourself into trouble in Pharaoh if you just started building way too many roads. What we need now, isn't it? We need a few things, don't we? We need a couple of bakeries, for one thing. The tricky bit is, well, see, this is the thing. It doesn't have to be in range of the farm. It just needs to be in range of the warehouse. So, I can build my bakeries down here. And then the next bit of it, phase of the production chain or whatever, is going to be... Oh, wells, okay, interesting. Is a market, which will just have to be in range of, well, either these or the warehouse, I guess. Actually, no, that warehouse isn't set to store. No, wait, no. How does it work? Do they take it straight from the bakery, or do they take it from... I don't know, let's just build it. This rock is in the way and it irritates me. I don't suppose I can get rid of it, can I? No. Build over the bush, you mean here? Oh, yeah, that would work. Yeah. But what we also need now is sellers of milk and sellers of... pottery is clearly going to be a thing, but we want bread as well. Okay, so new checkpoint. 1, 2. Done. And then copy from that to do the same for the bread. Getting the hang of this, you know. So these will now start upgrading into poor houses. Slowly but surely. There's the milk seller. That's the bread seller. Let's have a look at our statistics for goods and services right now. Okay, it's looking pretty good so far. So we don't have ceramics, we don't have water, and we don't have clay. So what do we need for a standard house? We need water, and we need ceramics. Yeah, I agree with you, Evan Loki. The walker path finding was sort of... It was difficult, but it was also part of the fun, right? It was part of the challenge. So I didn't necessarily mind it too much. However, I suppose with this system, you have far fewer incidents of, oh Christ, I've laid out my city completely wrong and now I have to demolish it and try and build it again. It's a little less frustrating. It kind of depends on how, like, super into the planning you wanted to get versus just build a nice city and have a chill time, you know? So let's have a look. Clay mines, ceramic workshops. Alright. These are going to be things we want, clearly. And wells, I suppose, as well. Haha! I made a pun. I wasn't even trying. So I wonder, do they take water to a... This is interesting. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. Ah, you just make a route. So we do have the water carriers, except we can tell them specifically where we want them to go, which is good. So no more trolling by the water carriers. Nebuchadnezzar, yeah, I believe is how you pronounce it. Have to do adult stuff. Probably catch you all in Discord later. Alright, no worries, Pete Smells, as an ender would say, thing do. Irrigation. Okay, I understand how that works. So, right, a clay mine. Where can we build a clay mine? In these muddy bits, I suppose. So that looks like a good spot right there. Let's get you a road. Then you're going to want to take your clay to... Let's see. A ceramic workshop. Which I can just put next door, because that's nice and convenient. And then you're going to want to take that to... Well, let's build another warehouse for it, shall we? So this one is going to have all of the pottery. So none of that. I wonder what the ratio to how many, like, ceramic workshops per clay pit you can have. I wonder if it's the same as in Pharaoh, where it's like 2 per 1. Kind of like how it's 2 bakeries per 1 farm here. Let's operate under that, under the idea that that might be correct. And build another ceramic workshop right there. Then we want to go down here, I suppose, unless... the problem is... You aren't going to be able to get the pottery from all the way up there, are you? That's the issue. All right, yeah, of course we have a tab that shows us this stuff. You're right. So... Looks like at the minute ceramics is like not too super efficient. So maybe we don't really need a second ceramic workshop. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's improved the statistics a lot. Okay. Well, that's cool. There's going to be a bit of trial and error learning here. I just sort of poke things and watch what happens to the statistics. That works. Okay. I still don't have any standard houses. Yeah, but that's because of this little issue, isn't it? How can I... How do you bring up the... that's how you do it. Operating range. Right. So... Basically... I might need to build a second market over here. Whose job it is just to sell pottery. I feel like that's the best way to get around this. So if we build a market... Like here... Actually, no, build it here. And your job is just to sell pottery. We'll set up a route for you, which goes like that. Ah! Behold! Standard houses. And more people coming to move into said houses. Ah, progress is a beautiful thing. But can we maintain the pottery production is the question. Looks like we probably will. Bread's dipping a little bit, but... the pot industry is indeed booming. Well, the yard's empty now. So let's observe, shall we? Consumption. Oh, what happened there? Everything stopped. What is going on? Did you indeed, Dr. Fat? That is a very interesting, completely random fact apropos of absolutely nothing whatsoever. I am glad you decided to share this incredibly useful information with us. So, though, yeah, those are still poor houses. But soon they will upgrade, I hope. About 10 minutes you have to get up and be a good, responsible son and pick up your mother to go to an appointment. Well, all power to you for being a good, responsible son. Is what I have to say to that. Right, now here, I guess the fun part now is going to be building more houses and trying to adjust the routes that I've set up. So this had to happen sooner or later. Let's see how we get on with it. Let's build a road going around like that. And like that. Right, so if we go to this here market, can we add? Yes, quite simply, in fact, actually. Perfect. Copy from that. And then you. Quite painlessly, we can add new routes, things to the route, actually. That's quite good. I like this. Annual reset. Oh, I see. Right. That's what it was. Well, the wheat production's at 0 at the minute, 'cause it's only March still, but everything seems to be ticking over quite nicely. Probably don't need to obsess over the statistics page too much, unless it's you get invisible problems. Oh, that's the other thing. I almost forgot. I need to add an extra bit for you as well. There we go. Water carrier. Ah, my eyes! The grid's been destroyed. I know. I am. Welcome to Sorcerer Dave on Twitch, where we build incredibly inefficient cities and things in general. I am bad at city building games. I love them, but I am tremendously bad at them. I should really have a go at that medieval one called Foundation, I think it is. The one I've seen Variax playing a few times. That looks like that could be kind of fun. It's organic, indeed. People are leaving the city. You cannot provide your people with the living conditions they're used to and expect. Left with no choice, they've decided to search for a better life elsewhere. They've been kicked out of their homes and through no fault of their own. Don't leave. Show me where. I guess the house downgraded. Level not reached. It's because they're not getting pottery. I've played Skylands in the past. Oh, of course. Wow, yeah, you're asking for more, aren't you? People are coming back! Yay! This is an emotional roller coaster, this one. I might play City Skylines at some point. I'm not really in the mood for that right now. Sure, City Skylines is a city builder, but it's a different flavour of city builder. I'm not really jonesing for at the moment. Come on, guys. What is up with this lack of pottery? We really need, like, another pottery workshop, and we probably need another clay mine, don't we? I think that's the issue here. Really. So let's fix that, shall we? Another ceramic workshop. Right next door, I suppose. I am acutely aware of the fact that I'm sure later on, things like having a ceramic workshop right next to the houses is going to make them less desirable. But for now, fuck it, whatever. Probably doesn't matter too much. Let's see how that changes things. He's creeping up a bit. I love the smell of burning clay in the morning. Sure, I've mentioned it plenty of times before, but my mum was a potter. Quite a talented one, actually. We still got the old kiln in the shed at the end of the garden. I remember having a go at making some pots of my own, actually, when I was a kid. It was quite fun, actually. Very messy, but quite fun. I love how there's like a noticeable decline of housing that goes all the way down here to the really rubbish end of town. Pottery stream went, oh, no. Not a chance, I'm afraid. One of those kilns is doing anything. Yeah, you're right, actually. Missing resources. I mean, we have 2 clay mines right now. Is it like 2 clay mines per workshop? Or something? Because damn, man. How much more clay do you need? See, now this one's doing stuff. Well, half of the workers in there are doing stuff, the other half aren't. Okay, now both of them are? I don't think I fully understand, if I'm honest. Hold on, actually, there's a whole view for this, isn't there? Consumed during production, produced. Okay, so that's not... They're not consuming very much clay, this workshop here. So we clearly don't have enough, it feels like. Pottery? Yeah, there just isn't enough to go around, is there? Alright, Toodles Dupree. Catch you next time, man. Okay, we're now good. Or at least we were for a brief moment there. Now we're not. I suppose it's fluctuated a bit because we've got more people arriving, perhaps. There's 0% consumption of water right now as well, which is kind of odd. What's that about? Apparently you are distributing. Can we add water to the... Let's see, there goes the water carrier. I'll watch you now. Where are you going and what are you doing? You're coming around here. Yes. Alright, okay, fine. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Bread. Let's see. You guys are all consuming bread. You are all consuming milk, and you are getting some, just not very much, it feels like. The resource management feels a lot more intense in this than it was in Pharaoh. Not getting any bread and milk, apparently, these guys. Do we just simply not have enough? I guess we don't have enough. I guess I'm going to have to irrigate some more. I suppose. It's my only assumption right now, is we don't have enough being produced. Problem is, there's a lot of these hills in the way at the moment. Oh, victory, apparently. What happened there? Hang on, let me continue playing. I want to see. Apparently we got enough standard houses. We managed to get 16 in the end. I kind of was hoping we could get everything up to a standard house, but I guess it's just not going to happen. These are slowly starting to upgrade down here, though, at least. That's a poor house now. Maybe the route is too long, so the walkers spend their stock on restocking homes they're revisiting instead of in new homes at the end of the route. That's probably quite a good point, actually, yeah. I can see this is going to get complicated. I have built slightly more houses than I needed to on this one, to be fair. I find keeping houses supplied to be a bit iffy at times. Maybe you can need more markets. That might be it, yeah. I feel like if you build more markets, you're therefore going to need more supply over here. Because we don't seem to have much surplus piling up, you know. See, we've actually gone back down again now. Look, we've actually gone below the amount we need for the mission objectives again. It's declined again somehow because we're out of milk. I don't even know how, but we are. All right, let's do what I was going to try and do, and we'll irrigate, shall we? Let's see. Need to make a bit of room here. We're going to need another pump, aren't we? Assuming I can fit one in here somewhere. Bother. Wait, maybe. Oh dear, no, it's not going to work. Well, whatever. that'll have to sort of maybe do. I'm not sure. Road? This map is just weird and awkward. Whatever. Allow me to proceed, game. Next mission. Right. The Uruk period. Ah, yes. Gilgamesh and Enkidu at Uruk. Population 2,000. Number of houses given standard 32 standard houses, and we want to complete a temple monument. All right. The Uruk period is considered to be one of the most important periods in Mesopotamian history. A number of inventions appeared in this period, and these had a great impact not just in Mesopotamia, but around the world as a whole. These include the invention of the pottery wheel, significant progress in writing, and the rise of the first city-states. It is dated between approximately 4000 and 3100 BC. We are not sure what state structures were present in this period. There's no evidence of an empire with Uruk as its capital in this period. The most likely scenario is that there were political structures similar to those of city-states. Still, it's clear that large changes to power structures and dynamics took place during the Uruk period. A ruling stratum gradually emerged, obtaining power in public institutions. This was also related to the development of iconography, a tool which supported these strata. We don't know whether these ruling strata and their institutions were organized, more like a palace or a temple. Yet there is no evidence that these institutions controlled the majority of the population as far as production is concerned. The economic aspects of the city remained in the hands of individual houses, whose sizes could range between the large public institutions and small family organizations. Uruk. Uruk was a city founded in the 5th millennium BC. During the 4th millennium BC, it played an important role in the urbanization of Mesopotamia, at which time it had a population of 30,000 to 50,000. Based on the Sumerian, just to put that in perspective, the relatively small town that I live in today has about either 100 or 200,000 people in it. Just to, put that in perspective. Based on the Sumerian king list, it is also the home of the legendary king Gilgamesh. The city was abandoned in the 7th century BC. During the Uruk period, there was great development of public architecture in this city. The temple complex dedicated to goddess Inanna covered over 4,000 meters squared. That's a huge change from the previous period, when the largest known temple had a maximum area of only 280 meters squared. This is another clear sign of the significant development of the ability to organize the workforce and obtain materials in this period. And so, rather appropriately, we are going to be building a temple in this one. Normal difficulty. Let's go. I knew someone was going to say that, General Store. I knew it. It's like this bunch of nerds. Somebody's going to mention that. Temple hype, yes. Now, building monuments in Pharaoh was always one of the most satisfying bits of the game, so I'm curious to see what it's going to be like in this. Alright, King Enmerkar has a very important task for you. You are to build the city of Uruk, and in it, a grand temple to the goddess Inanna. At your service, my king. Greetings and welcome back. This time, I won't delay you too much. We'll only introduce some new functions you'll encounter in this mission for the first time. But I won't describe them in detail and won't hold your hand this time. Don't want to keep you from managing your city. That's why it's important you have a look at these in the advisor help panel. The first new mechanic is caravans. As you surely know, the range of haulers can be very limiting and won't let you transport goods long distances. But that's what caravans are here for. Caravans transport goods between warehouses no matter how far they are from each other, and, as with sellers, their route needs to be manually configured. The second mechanic is monuments. Monuments are gigantic structures that require a huge amount of resources to complete, but they're also a beautiful landmark for your city and provide a huge amount of prestige. And the best thing about them is that you can customize them to look just like you want. That's all for now. Enjoy building your city. Okay. So, let's see. So, we'll definitely want a bit of irrigation on the go, won't we? At some point, anyway. I mean, there is a fair bit of fertile land over here. Right. So, I guess crop farm. Where shall I put it? There, I guess. And a livestock farm. Eventually, I'll figure out what the most efficient way to build these is. So if you go out like that, $36, and then you. That's 18, 24. 26. $37, close enough. Kind of a weirdly shaped farm, but it will do. Alright, so that's 2 basic bits set up there. Let's see. Bakery. Couple of bakeries down the road here. Logistics, a warehouse. I guess if I just... There will do. Excellent. So that gets our bread and milk, which then means we want... No. We want a poor market next door. And then we can start building houses, I think. First settlers, hurrah. Right, sellers of bread and milk. So I guess I haven't set this up stupidly efficiently, but whatever. Oh god, wrong button. Copy from there. Right, let's see if we can get these up to like standard houses to begin with. Oh, and that doesn't have a road next to it. All right, then we'll just bye. Sorry. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of historical figures from this period that we're sort of like not totally, definitely sure really existed. Because it was such a very long time ago. How am I liking the game so far? I really like it, actually, Bob. It's really cool. I'm finding it, honestly, a little more challenging than I found Pharaoh. Considering I played that last week. This so far has been a bit more challenging and interesting in terms of the supply chain. I'm finding that you have to micromanage it slightly more. But it's cool. I definitely like it. Yeah, the limit on warehouse walkers is a bit of a challenge, plus the farms are very big as well. Yes, yes. I ran into a problem with that in the last mission, really. I kind of ran out of room for farms, and I was having supply problems as a result. Because, like, in Pharaoh, the entire farm would be like that. That size. You don't have all these fields out here, and pastures and stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to get some irrigation going here as well, and make all this farmland too. Eventually. Just need to get the people their bread and milk so far. That's goal number 1 right now. Have any Mesopotamians been evicted from their homes through no fault of their own? Yes, 1 or 2. Hey, we're slowly upgrading. Okay, we got poor houses. Well, you have a poor house. 2 poor houses, in fact. More people arriving to move in. Yeah, you're getting the milk. You're just not getting the bread right now, are you? Why is that, then? Got some grain there, which is going, I think, straight to the bakery at the moment, and only one of the bakeries is operating. It's like we don't seem to have quite enough grain coming in. Game looks good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, Tailkeeper. Okay, yeah, we're slowly getting there. We're getting bread delivered. It's a process, end of the day. I mean, that's what the tutorial man did keep saying. Feel free to press E and speed it up so that this eventually kind of takes place. You can't expect it to happen quite as instantly as it does in Pharaoh. People are leaving! Don't leave! People are coming back! Hooray! Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we have bread problems right now. That's the main thing we've got going on. Is bread issues. Right. Let's be having some irrigation canals, shall we? Get a couple of pumps. Very nice. Crop farm. For the win. Okay. That's 34. 35, 36. hopefully that will take care of our bread shortage somewhat. Hey, corny joke. Wish the music was a lot more prominent like in Pharaoh. Well, it's, I think, a bit like in Pharaoh, the music picks up the more developed your city becomes. I think. So you will know, as we continue to build this up, you'll notice it will get more and more, you know, intense, I guess. You might have noticed that in Pharaoh as well, like right at the start when you've built virtually nothing, there's almost no music. I think we're making progress now. Yep, bread lady's coming along to deliver. Bread is being delivered. I assume milk is fine. Ish. For now, anyway. Right. What do we want next? We want a few things. One of which is a well. Which down here would actually be a pretty good place for it, to be fair. No route. Let's change that. If I just make you go like that, that should get them all of them. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, water's on the go now. Now, the tricky bit, which is the infernal pottery. Okay. Clay mines, then. Let's build them down here. Couple of clay mines. People are leaving the city. Don't go. Then a workshop. There. And then another seller selling pottery. Copy from that. And now we just watch and see what happens. Still problem. Not enough workers. Oh, right. Okay. Well, there's a very easy way to fix that. Yes, come, you people. Come to Uruk. Enki bless bread ladies. Yes. How are the educational bits? Yeah, pretty good actually. They give each mission so far has had a pretty lengthy educational kind of intro about the period and the city in question that we're also working on too, which is pretty nice. I'm certainly learning stuff here. Oh, I can see some standard houses. Yes, excellent. Excellent. I spend a lot more time in this game staring at this screen than I ever did in Pharaoh. I have to admit. Sorry, I'm just putting my dressing gown on a minute because it's getting a little bit chilly. Might pop downstairs and put the heating on. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to make myself another cup of tea and I'm going to go put the heating on. Pause? There we go. Alright, there we go. Intermission. Folks, I suggest you get up and walk around and make a cup of tea or do whatever it is you need to do for a minute as we'll take a break. And I'm going to go put the central heating on. and make myself another cup of tea, I think. I'll be right back. If you're sticking around, though, of course, enjoy the nice music, which, as I said, is now getting sort of more noticeable the more we build up our town, you see, so. Yay, food. Oh, I wish. I ate the last brownie earlier. I'm sad now. I made brownies last weekend. I made once and they're very, very good. But they're all gone now. Sad times. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute, folks. Okay, I'm back. I have a cup of tea, everyone. And the heating is on, so it's going to start warming up now. Thank goodness. Excellent. Right. So I'm going to go for about another hour or so, and then I'm going to go off and get my supper. So let's continue for now, see how far we can get tonight with this. What kind of tea? Oh, just, Yorkshire tea. Hello, Gerinoff. How's it going? It's going quite well so far. Quite well indeed. My houses are slowly upgrading. Excellent. We just need more pottery. Gib pottery. They're churning out as much of it as they can, it looks like. Do we really want clay in this place? I don't think we do, What's that? Bricks? No, I probably don't want that either here. Let's build another warehouse down here. And this we can have all the non-food stuff in. Now, are they going to automatically move that clay? Or am I going to have to press the button to get rid of it? Let's press the button. There we go. Yorkshire tea's very good. Taking a box home from London. You were there on holidays when travelling was a thing. Yes, I remember that. Travel. What a novel concept. We're really late to the stream today. Oh, bad luck, Villanos. Well, VOD will be available, etc., etc., etc. 2 streams in as many days, folks. I'm being unusually productive, it seems, at the moment. Oh, it has been at the expense of any YouTube stuff. I've run out of Star Wars videos, and I've run out of... Well, I haven't run out of, but I'm still working on getting the new Morrowind stuff up and running. People are leaving. No, don't go. I can give you more pottery. Just bear with me a moment. Please. Production for this really ought to be going up. It's August right now. Yeah, it is going up. Good. I think we might need another goat farm. Just going to throw it out there, but I think we might need another goat farm. Let's see. Like so. That's 23. That is not really enough. Mostly because the irrigation canal's in the way. Can we do something about that? I'm just thinking. We get rid of these 2 bits of pasture here. We build more canal that goes around like that. Hey, now we're talking. That's still not perfect, but it's definitely a hell of a lot better. That is a lot of grain. Wow. We had not enough grain, and now suddenly we have a bajillion tons of it. Good grief. And we still do not have enough pottery, even though it's piling up like crazy over here. Apparently you are somehow missing resources. What? Are they... Let's have a look. hold. I see the problem. Right. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of you. We're going to build another market here. And again, just like last time, this market's job is going to be to sell pottery and nothing else. So you go like that, and your route takes you basically all the way down like that. Boosh. And look at the houses upgrade, as if by magic. There we go. I think full warehouses is a good problem to have, generally speaking, yeah. I think having grain stored rather than not enough is probably for the best. Well, this is probably going to change slightly when I start building some more houses. Although, again, you know, we're building tall at the moment, really. I'm trying to upgrade the existing ones I have before I start building new ones. Yeah, my farm, there's definitely an art to building very efficient farms in this game, and I have not got the knack for it just yet. My farms do look like a little bit of a disaster at the moment, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Yes, definitely better to have too much rather than not enough. Absolutely. Everything's upgraded except for this one poor little shack. Why is that? You should be getting bread. Like, the route is set up for it. But they're not, for some reason. They get everything else. More pottery than they can shake a stick at, but there we go. Boom. Done. Is this going to upgrade as soon as she walks past? Not quite. Do you like your little shack? It is unsightly. It must be upgraded. Oh no. Peeps are leaving again. Oh, the eternal quest to get enough goddamn pottery. Oh, do you know, we've got so much clay piled up, we might as well make another ceramic workshop, I guess. Get a storage yard full of the stuff, might as well. Would you get anything out of adding another pottery cellar, I wonder? Would there be any tangible benefit to that whatsoever? Let's find out. People saw the village next door has more pottery. We had another bread cellar here. Yeah, they're upgrading again. Have we even started to construct the temple? Nope. I'm not in a rush. Good grief, that's a lot of grain. We could probably stand to build another bakery, really, couldn't we? I mean, well, yeah, I mean, it's 2 bakeries to a farm, and I've got 2 farms right now, so no wonder the grain's piling up. Right, well, bakeries then. Bakeries, wherever I can fit a bakery. Well, can I squidge one in there? Looks like it. And there as well. There we go. More bakeries. Loving it. When you're in the right mood for it, there's something so freaking satisfying about playing games like this. Keep an eye on your money is where you can't make more yet. That's a good point, actually, yeah. Very good point. Alright, yeah, so about caravans, let's have a look. Caravans transport goods between warehouses. As with sellers, their routes are set manually. Okay. Transported goods. Current and maximum number of goods during transport. C is activate the tool to add new warehouses along route. Yeah. Route configuration. To set up a caravan route, activate the tool to add new warehouses. Then add the required warehouses by clicking on them. Caravan will then move between these warehouses and transport goods. However, at this point, the caravan does not yet know which warehouse it should load goods in and which it should unload them. So the last thing you need to configure is to determine for each warehouse whether the caravan will load or unload. That's what these buttons do, I see. Okay, cool. And then monuments. First phase of monument construction is placement. Each monument has a minimum and maximum area. Since only the minimum area must be fully built up, it's also possible to place monuments in areas where some parts of its maximum area are occupied. This also means there are all parts from the minimum area must be free. After placing the monument, we must build a warehouse for the construction material. The warehouse must touch the maximum area or lie inside it. Which will be bricks, I suppose, in this case, won't it? Designing a monument. Ooh. Ooh. Customize it. This is cool. Interesting. All right. So let's start thinking about that, shall we? Temple and temple. Not sure what the difference is. Custom design, template design. I want a custom temple, damn it. Sounds way more fun. Maybe there? There seems good. Boosh. Build warehouse for construction of... Right. Build that there. Oh, now I can start doing things. All right. Okay, height. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, style. Color. Oh! How interesting. Build selected floor, remove floor, select floor configuration. Special part. Stairs, stairs, door. Decorations as well. Missing resources. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it, really? Can't designate it yet, then. I just need to... We need bricks. That's the main thing. We need bricks. So, presumably... Yeah, we can build the brickworks. Okay, right. This is where caravans are going to start becoming a thing. I can already tell. So brickworks goes there. Warehouse goes next to the brickworks. And you are only going to store clay and bricks. And then what we also need is a caravanserai. There. So we can add a new caravan. That caravan will be taking clay from here to here. And here we're going to be unloading clay. I think like that. And then offloading it like that. Let's see if that works. I mean, there's a little caravan dude. Just saw him there, I think. Oh no, I think that was just immigrants. Or have I got these buttons the wrong way around? I'm not really sure. Maybe I should get another clay thing. Another clay mine. There. Okay, the clay is getting transferred over there, it looks like. Yep, that's been taken. It was there, and it's been taken away. And okay, right. We have a system that appears to work, at least at face value. We only have 18 out of 32 standard houses right now. That will need to be fixed later, but for now I'm just mostly interested in working on the monument. Hey, we have bricks, folks. We have bricks. Bricks are happening. I wonder if I have to... Oh, but here's the thing. I think I actually don't want bricks there. I want the bricks to be stored in this one instead. Because this is also technically a warehouse. So I think what we need to do is disable that so that all the bricks are going straight to this place. Theoretically, maybe. Not sure. Okay, yep, bricks are on the move. We have a brick! We have one brick, everyone! Make it 2 bricks. Yeah, well, we'd probably have to caravan it if it was far enough away, but I think because it's just across the road, the haulers can do it instead. So you are technically right, Bob. It would just be a little unnecessary in this scenario. Oh my goodness, bricks are happening. Exciting. Guess you're too impatient in your own game. I suppose that's the thing. Like it says in the tutorials, you know, it's probably worth it sometimes to just hit the speed up button for a while and see if it takes care of itself before you start getting antsy. Why do my things keep downgrading? Is it bloody ceramics? It's always the damn ceramics, isn't it? Doesn't matter how many damn clay mines I make. I don't know if this really helps to, like, you know, build multiple cellars here. But, fuck it. Let's see if it helps. So it's one market that has got 3 pottery, ceramics, walkers going around selling stuff. You would think that would help make sure that the pottery is being delivered at the maximum possible rate. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is obviously going to have an effect on the amount of clay available, but I did also build another clay pit just to sort of offset that a bit, so we should really be fine. I suppose the statistics production screen of Doom will be the real arbiter of that, and honestly, it looks okay at the minute. I mean, the consumption for ceramics is only, like, is not looking great, but the production of it is fine. Honestly, the food is an issue at the moment. Even though we seem to have tons of it. $16 bricks, guys. Suppose I could build another market that does food, I guess. Somehow squeeze it in here somewhere. Build a road going up there, maybe, and then... I think by and large we're probably fine. Like, we're seeing, like, very occasionally a building downgrades, but for the most part they're all standard houses most of the time. So perhaps I'm overthinking and worrying about it too much. Honestly. Can you please get rid of these bricks? Just destroy, whatever. What is used to measure the earth gas on the meter in UK and US? Metric imperial. Good question. Don't know off the top of my head. I haven't looked at a gas meter in, well, ever really. Ah, no, this just sets the maximum that you want to have stored in there. I don't think that would have made a difference. Well, actually, maybe it would have, but I don't think so. See you, Tilly. Sorry, guys, readjusting my headset slightly. Okay, that's about as far as I can build so far. Till we get more bricks. Yeah, so they don't go along, and you don't have dudes building it like a block at a time like they do in Pharaoh. It's a slightly different system, but honestly, kind of a cool system because you know you can customize. I love the idea of being able to completely custom build a monument to your own liking. I think that's a really neat feature. Am I enjoying this so far? Hell yeah, man. This is definitely going to be a game that I play a lot of off stream, I think. Emperor? I've never played Emperor. Evan Loki, to be honest with you, mate. I've never played it. I think you can get it on GOG, right? So maybe I should pick it up one of these days, but I've never played Emperor. Hello, Prince Finrod. How you doing? You liking the soundtrack? It's good, isn't it? I like it. I have to say the user interface in this game is a huge improvement over the old Pharaoh and Caesar ones. That I seriously do like. I played Pharaoh last week, and I have to admit it was kind of clunky and irritating to use compared to this. Okay, so is it possible to move existing waypoints, I wonder? Probably, somehow. Let's see. Let's build another brickworks. See how we get on. Because I'd like to build this a bit faster, honestly. And the other thing we really need to do is build more houses. Because we need the population requirement, and we need more standard houses in general. So, I guess. Who says? People are leaving the city. Well, you... Good riddance, you kids. Right. So now what I need to do is this, basically. I assume they can go this far without any issues. Oh no, they can't, actually. They can only go about that far. Ah. Well, we'll make them go as far as that. Potentially should be building in a different direction then to all this, but whatevs. So, crossroads, I think, are probably less of an issue in this because, as you just saw there, when you get like a market, you can actually specifically tell the workers where you want them to go. You set up manually, you set up the routes that you want them to take exactly. So, you don't have to worry anymore about intersections and the walkers just randomly wandering off wherever the hell they feel like it. Yeah, probably need another market up here, I guess. Trouble is, it will need pottery, and the pottery is too far away when it's up there, which means that we'll have to. Yeah, it's awkward. I think honestly, for now, I think I'm fine with these just being slightly crappier houses. What I will do instead is I'll build a road going this way, and I'll build some nice houses around here that are more in range of the other stuff here. So if we do this, hell, why not build some stone roads? Like, I mean, because it's a waste of money, I suppose, is the sensible answer to that question. But it looks cool, so let's do it. All right, let's set route is changed. Ah, people are leaving. Oh no. Can I move you? Oh, whatever. I'll just do this, I guess. It's not super efficient, but fuck it. When have I ever cared about being super efficient? Hopefully I'll get the job done. How many bricks we got now? 41! Oh, okay. We can get some serious building done now. Oh dear, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Missing resources. Damn it! Well, we made a little bit of progress there. And possibly building this temple bigger than it really needs to be. But whatever. Hey, we're already starting to upgrade. Good, good, good. Ah! I almost forgot about you. The water carrier, man. I think we can just build another water carrier up here. That's easy to do. That's not a problem. Well, up here. And you go down like that. Easy. Could be an inner court. I suppose, yeah. I might have an inner courtyard somewhere. I'm thinking more towards the front. But I like that we can plan this. We can be like, what do we want our temple to look like? I mean, you could just build the template one if you want to, but I really like this. Like, custom building your own damn temple. That's a really cool feature. Just need more bricks. We're clearly not getting enough bricks right now, because these aren't even building bricks right now. What's going on? We need more clay? Because that can be arranged. So much clay. You won't know what to do with it all. Hell, have another brickworks. So many bricks. Milk shortage. It feels like, judging by these. But is there really? To the statistics page. My statistics are a mess right now. Oh, no, no, look, we've already got a standard house down here. I think it's working. Slowly but surely, it's working. We're at 19 standard houses now. Oh, I went back down to 18. Damn it! You tease me, game. Why? Why do you tease me so? Because pottery. That's why. Always with the damn ceramics. There is a way to the clay pits, yeah. It would have a thing floating above it with a no road access icon if there wasn't a way to them. Although I think I see what you mean though, right? Yeah, I do see what you mean. Like these two clay pits are supplying only this one brickworks. Well, actually, they're supplying these two. But the bricks from this one... Yeah, I see the issue. I understand. I get it now. Right, I'll tell you what, we can fix this. It's fine. Just do that. And then... build another one like that. There you go. Problem solved. Thanks for pointing that out. It was a little difficult to see behind the sprites, you know? Don't remember Pharaoh looking this good. Well, there is a Pharaoh remake on the way. So Pharaoh hopefully will look this good relatively soon. I don't think there's an actual date confirmed for it yet, but it's on the Steam store page. Can you change the angle in this one? I don't believe so, no. Look at this progress we're making now. This is excellent. Maybe they do what Zeus does and just make it so there's a global labor pool. They do, yes. Yes, it uses the system from Zeus. Yeah, there is a global labor pool in this. You don't have a dude running around trying to recruit people. What does the temple do? Does the size matter? I think it'll possibly give you more prestige the bigger and more awesome it is. Not that prestige really means much to us at this point, but yeah, there is a minimum area for sure. But the bigger and more awesomer we make it, I think the better, generally speaking. Which god are we praising today? I believe it's... where's the objectives bit? Mission. Inanna, apparently. It's unclear to me at this point whether or not, like, religion plays nearly as much of an active part in this. Because that was always a bit of an odd supernatural element in the old games. The fact that the gods were actually real and would mess your shit up. I don't know whether they've decided to do that in this. So far, it kind of seems like no. But, don't know. We're only on the first few missions still, really. Decoration. Ooh, we can do decoration. I didn't even notice this. Oh. Some gardens. Can we make bigger gardens if we like? Doesn't look like it. That's a shame. There's no religion. There's no military either. That's interesting. I wonder what the roadmap for this is. Are they just calling it done, or are they going to add more stuff to this over time? I wonder. We getting some upgrades down here? We are. Slowly but surely. There's going to be expansions, and yeah, I noticed that on the main menu actually. Yeah, there is going to be modding support, which is really nice. Naturally. Okay. Not sure what. Red and yellow. Can we build more than one floor on this, or is that not? Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, right, there we go. We want this. I want to go up a bit, make a kind of ziggurat-ish sort of thing. Up the ziggurat, lickety-split, etc. Also, stairs. Oh. A door. Oh, it's slightly asymmetrical, and that's going to bother me to no end. Arg. It needs to come out a bit further this way. I can't not have the door exactly in the middle. That's gonna be that just won't do. How quickly are they building these bricks anyway? Not quickly enough, damn it. But then, of course, I can just do this, and we'll build them a lot faster. Oi, let me build it. Game. Let me build. There we go. That was been a bit weird there for some reason. Alright, let's add the yellow back there and go up a floor. Let's just run it at like ×4 for a while. So we get loads and loads of bricks saved up. Could also just destroy a section instead of building. That sounds like heresy to me, Dr. Fat. I don't think the goddess would approve of that kind of talk. It's a temple to McDonald's. Oh no, you've ruined it now. No. Oh, I've built an ancient Mesopotamian McDonald's. Oh, that's horrifying. Why did you have to say that? Oh no. Oh, that goes like that. Door goes in the middle. Beautiful. Look at that. Give me more bricks, peasants. This game looks really promising. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I'm really enjoying it as it is right now, but with further development and expansions and mods as well in particular, ooh, this could be really good. What you're saying is you're loving it. Screw you. This could become the ultimate Caesar with a good mod API, yeah. A lot of potential. Do you know what, actually? I'm thinking maybe the top bit could be like an above ground level courtyard. So let's actually... Like, let's make part of it like that. So we go like that. Can we go up another level as well? Doesn't look like it, unless I build a bit more, I think. So if we have it like that, we can put a door here, and a door there. I suppose a door on the other side there, even though I can't see it, but otherwise it'd bother me if it wasn't there. And then more stairs. Like so. And then we got decorations. Yeah. Not sure how I actually place decorations, honestly. Oh, like this? Okay, right. Lots of those in the courtyard. Then we want all this round here. Very nice, very nice. I think we have successfully constructed a kick-ass temple, folks. Let's... I know we don't really need to, I'm not sure, I don't think, but it would annoy me if we didn't actually build a road going to it like that. In fact, fuck it, let's build a road all the way around the outside of it. Because we can. Or not quite, but anyway, close enough. And then we want... gardens and stuff. Just like alternate it a bit. Okay, we've been provided with extra funds, just like in Pharaoh. Phew. I was worried there for a minute. It's fine, we're good. I mean, you wanted a kick-ass temple, my lord. I'm giving you one. There goes the cash, yeah. But hey, doesn't it look good? No, I guess we just have to complete the monument. Oh. We can't complete it yet. It needs more height. Arg. Alright, this is... oh, dear. Alright, well, crap. Guess we need to do this then. And that is really glitchy, and I don't like that. Remove decoration. There we go. I suppose I need to probably also get rid of these two. Needs to have 3 floors, apparently. I didn't notice that. Oops. Okay, here we go. Job's a good one. Absorbs your uncle. All the rest of that stuff. Stairs. Can we get stairs on there? I'm not sure. Up. Ah, no, not really. Whatever, that can stay like that. Okay. Officially now. Officially done. The monument is complete. The Temple of Inanna. Inanna was a goddess worshipped in ancient Mesopotamia as the patron of love, beauty, sex, war, justice, and political power. All closely related things, I suppose, in a way. She was originally worshipped by the Sumerian people, but later also by the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians under the name Ishtar. Now that is a name I am more familiar with. Success, everybody! I just need more houses to complete the level now. Beautiful. Although I'd really like to get rid of that and that now. But I kind of can't because I've already completed it. Oh no, we can commence redevelopment if we want to, but nah, I'll leave it alone for now. Which does kind of mean that all this is now a little irrelevant. Don't need all these anymore. So I guess we don't need brickmakers, so be gone. We could instead build more ceramic workshops, I guess. Actually, no, you can. I don't think you need to actually do that anymore. Well, yeah. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Oh, don't destroy all goods, for heaven's sake. And then if we build a market over here somewhere, we can just squidge it in there. There we go. And then you will sell the pottery to all of this neighborhood here. And look at them upgrade! Beautiful! Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, no, it came out yesterday. This game did. It released on Steam yesterday. It is a new game. It's a new game in an old style, but it is a new game. Sex war and McDonald's. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is just about to go it's 2 minutes to 7, which means I'm afraid I have to go. So, I'm going to go ahead and drop a save game here. A manual one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching today. This was Nebuchadnezzar. You can get it on the Steam store, or possibly also on GOG, I haven't checked. If you're interested, I recommend picking it up. Looks pretty good, and I think it's only going to get better from here. So, good stuff. Hope you liked it, folks. I'm probably going to carry on playing a fair old bit this behind the scenes, I reckon. So I'll be back streaming again relatively soon. Got some painting streams planned. We'll be doing a bit more Populous, I think. And definitely more Daggerfall in the near future as well. And I'll probably keep continuing to cover random Steam sale games that I got recently as well, because I really enjoyed... Well, this was really fun today. This wasn't technically a Steam sale game, but, you know, this was fun. And I really enjoyed playing Pray for the Gods yesterday on here as well. That was a lot of fun, Pray for the Gods. So I'm probably going to continue playing through my Steam sales loot bag of sorts. And that, at least that way, I'll feel like I've gotten a little bit more of my money's worth out of them, if nothing else. So, yeah. Right. Who can we raid? Who canst we raid? Let's see... Who's live at the moment? Ah, perfect. Zamalfa's playing some Battletech. I frickin' love Battletech. So let's raid him. Giant stompy robots. Tactical stompy robots. Based on a tabletop game. So you know I'm gonna like it. So, boosh. There we go. Head on over to Zamalf, my favourite Finnish streamer. Player of many games, and he's usually quite good at them too. He's an absolute legend at XCOM. So, yeah, heading over there, folks. Have a good one, and I will see you again very, very soon with more of something else. Wish I could be more specific, but yeah. Have a good one, everyone.